If you're tired of spending hours, or even days, editing a single video, this tutorial is for you. One of the biggest challenges we face as creators is time. Every video takes more of it than we expect, and for faceless creators, it's even more demanding. From writing scripts to generating images and turning everything into a finished video, the process can get overwhelming fast. Now imagine this. Instead of generating images one by one, then spending even more time animating them before finally stitching everything together, you could skip straight to the final stage. With a simple tool, you can significantly reduce the amount of time you spend on these middle steps, the parts that usually take up the most time when creating faceless content. No more dragging projects out for days just to publish a single piece of content. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through a workflow that cuts through all of that and simplifies the entire process. And no, this isn't a paid tool or another subscription you need to sign up for. It's just a smarter, faster way to get things done. I decided to look into this because it's one of the most common questions I get from my audience. For a long time, my honest answer was, I don't really know. So I finally sat down, tested different options, and did the research myself. That's when I came across a tool that gets the job done incredibly well. Imagine cutting down the time you spend creating image clips or video clips altogether. A setup that simplifies your workflow and frees you up to focus on the parts of content creation that actually matter. That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Now, for video generation with a tool like Flow, this Chrome extension called Autoflow can simplify the entire process. Let me show you how. Just search for Autoflow on Google and click this link. Once you're on the extension page, click Add to Chrome and it'll be installed in a few seconds. In my case, it's already fully installed. If you're done with yours, head over to your extensions and pin it. What this does is that it ensures the extension stays visible at the top of your browser so you can access it anytime without digging through menus. The extension works directly with Google VEO, so make sure it's open. Normally, we'd choose our settings here, paste the prompt, and start the generation, one clip at a time. But that's what we're trying to avoid here. Instead, come up here and click to open the Autoflow panel. From there, click this extension, and you'll see several options. The first thing you want to do is head into Settings. Here, you can choose how many videos you want the AI to generate at a time. It's the same as what's shown in the VEO settings, so feel free to choose however many that you want. I'm going with 2 for this example. After that, you'll also want to choose the video model you plan to use. By default, it's set to VEO 3.1 Fast. You can stick with that if speed is your priority, but if you want better results, go ahead and select Quality. After that, choose your aspect ratio, 16:9 for long-form content or 9:16 for vertical videos. This part is completely up to you. Once that's done, head back to Control. Here, you'll see the creation modes where you can choose between text to video and image to video. We're going to start with text to video. Select that option, and from here, all you need to do is paste in your prompt. If you already have your video prompts, you can start right away. In this case, I'll type something random like a young black boy riding a bicycle in a futuristic city, maybe a Disney-style animation. Now, this is where things get interesting. Maybe you used ChatGPT or another AI to generate a full list of video prompts. You can paste all of them right here. This works perfectly when you don't need consistent characters across scenes. Since this is text to video, it's ideal for quickly generating individual clips where continuity isn't a priority and speed is the main goal. The key thing to remember is spacing. Each prompt needs to be clearly separated. To do that, simply leave a blank line between prompts so the tool understands where one ends and the next begins. For example, on the next line, I might add a lion playing the piano inside a museum, and this time I'll choose a realistic style. Then, if I want a third clip, I leave another blank line and add something like a red sports car with wings flying through space, and maybe test another animation style. I'm only using 3 for this demonstration, but you can add as many video prompts as necessary. Once you're happy with everything, click Add to Queue. You'll notice the Start button is now active. If you go into Manage, you can see all your tasks. Previous ones will show as completed, while the newest one you just added will appear as pending until it finishes generating. You can delete the task if you change your mind, but once you're all right with everything, go ahead and click the Start button. You'll get 2 options: create a new project or run on this page. What we want is run on this page, so go ahead and select that, then let the AI do its thing. As you can see, the AI now handles most of the manual work we'd normally have to do ourselves. It automatically selects the settings we chose, pastes in each prompt, and starts generating the clips. If you look closely, you'll notice it says something like first out of 3, then the next, and so on, until all of them are finished. And here's the best part. It doesn't just generate the clips. Once each clip is done, the tool automatically downloads them for you. In fact, the only only downside I've noticed so far is that while the clips download perfectly, VEO recently added the option to upscale videos up to 4K, and this extension doesn't support that feature yet. But it's likely the feature will be added in a future update. So until that happens, you'll need to manually download the clips yourself if you want 4K resolution. You can see the first clip is already finished. The second one has started processing, and I'm being prompted to save as each clip completes. The entire process just keeps moving smoothly from start to finish. The second one is also done, but it looks like there was a small issue on VEO's end, so it only generated one clip for that prompt. That happens sometimes with the normal VEO 3 video generation. The third one is wrapping up as well, and it's complete. If you look at this first clip, it was created in the exact style we specified. The tool followed the style prompt perfectly and generated the clip just the way we wanted. It didn't mix any of the prompts together. Every single clip is generated exactly as prompted. So instead of spending hours generating the clips one at a time, this completely free tool simplifies the entire process. You can start the process, walk away, come back later, and have all your video clips ready to go. That's how simple the entire process becomes. Now, I know that most of us typically use image to video more than text to video. That's because the videos may require consistent characters across scenes, so the images need to first be generated before they're then animated. Let me show you how you can get this done. First, we need to generate a few images with Whisk. For this step, I'm creating a reference character, so it can be used as a reference. Now for the rest of the images, we'll be using another Chrome extension called AutoWhisk. Make sure it's installed and also pinned in the extensions bar. Select your language and set the aspect ratio to 16:9. Don't forget to add the reference character and then add the image prompts. Just like before, leave a blank line between each prompt so the tool knows they're separate. Now, one important thing to note, the tool has been updated. Instead of adding your reference character to Whisk, you can add the reference directly inside the tool. Once that's set, you can choose how many images you want per prompt. Let's say 2, and then simply click Start. The tool will automatically upload and apply the reference image for you. Now, if you pay close attention, you'll notice something interesting. The images aren't actually generating inside Whisk itself, but instead, it's generated inside the extension. This makes it very convenient, as it means that you can now generate images from any website without being on the Whisk page, which was the case previously. Once you have all your images, make sure you name them appropriately before heading back to Google VEO to turn them into video. Now, with the same settings selected, make sure you switch the creation mode to image to video. This next step is very important, so make sure you're paying close attention here. You need to upload your images, the ones you just generated and downloaded. Before you do that, make sure your image files are clearly named. This makes it much easier to keep track of which image is which when you're adding prompts later. For example, let's say this is the first image. I'll name it 1. The second image might be this one, and so on. Simple numbering like this keeps everything organized. Make sure you select the images in the correct order. So I'll select the image numbered 1 first before image 2 and 3. The number of images that you've selected will be shown here. Next, you need to add prompts for each image. The prompts should be added in the same order as the images. So for the first image, I'll add the prompt, leave a blank line, followed by the second image prompt. Just like before. Once all your images are uploaded and each prompt matches the correct image order, click Add to Queue. After that, start the generation and choose Run on this page. From here, the tool takes over. It automatically uploads the images, applies the correct aspect ratio, crops where needed, pastes in the prompts, and starts generating the videos. It completes the first one, then moves on to the second, and keeps going until everything is finished, completely hands-off. Now, one thing to be aware of with VEO 3 is that sometimes a generation can fail. You might submit a prompt, and for whatever reason, it doesn't generate a clip. This happens occasionally, and usually isn't something you did wrong. When that happens, all you need to do is wait for the rest of your clips to complete generation and then regenerate the failed ones. Just like with text to video, it doesn't only generate the clips, it automatically saves them for you as well. Each image was paired with its corresponding prompt, and the tool respected the exact order we set during upload. There's no mixing or confusion. Each image paired perfectly with its corresponding video prompt. Once the clips are ready, all that's left is to drop them into your video editor and assemble the final video. This workflow really simplifies the entire content creation process, so feel free to give it a try and see how much time it ends up saving you. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Thank you, and see you in the next one.